So it was a really sunny day, and I thought to myself, what video could I record today? And I came up with Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, kind of random, whatever. So this is where I think the Sonic games need to go next. So I don't really need to bring this up, but just to reiterate, for those of you who aren't really in the Sonic universe, pretty much after Sonic Adventure 2, the games went, they went down fast. Sonic Heroes was okay. I mean, it was, it was decent, but it wasn't like one of those games where it's like, oh man, I gotta get this, oh, it's so awesome. No, it wasn't like that. And then pretty much everything after that was bad. And a good indication was Sonic 06. That was like the apocalypse for Sonic games. That game, I mean, yeah, it had like all the right stuff going, but then the developers just gave up on it and it sucked. So, and then after that, the games just really couldn't pick up after that. Even Sonic had a sword at one point. What's up with that? But then finally, Sonic Colors came along, and yeah, I did like the day stages in Sonic Unleashed, but still, not a very good game. But then you had Sonic Colors, and it came along, and it actually brought Sonic back up to the video game standard that it needed to be at. And then Sonic Generations came out, and that actually kind of raised the bar even more. It was a good Sonic game. A lot of people were satisfied with it. But me, I wasn't actually satisfied with this game. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the game. And yes, it did have that really good nostalgia feeling. But I think the problem with the game was it kind of relied too much on nostalgia. It didn't really change anything, It was kind of like same old, same old. Now, I'm not saying that that's necessarily bad for Sonic because he's been through the ringer plenty of times. But for me, I think that Sonic really needs to move forward. Now, I hate to compare video game franchises because God knows all hell broke loose the last time I compared those with, what was it, Marvel vs. Capcom and Mortal Kombat. Oh. But anyway, let's compare Sonic with Mario, okay? Now, I'm not comparing the gameplay or anything like that, okay? So let's just get that out of the water. I'm not saying Mario's better than Sonic. I'm not going there. But what I'm saying is, look at where Mario has went, okay? Mario started off as a 2D game, pretty much like every other game back on the Nintendo, Sega days, They were all 2D. And then Mario went to, the 3D with his 64 game, Super Mario 64. And after that, really, every game after that was very innovative for Mario. He had his cleaning game, which really was my favorite, Super Mario Sunshine. And then he had the Super Mario Galaxies on the Wii, which were really good. And then he had Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS, which was fantastic. I loved it. But where's that for Sonic? Sonic kind of sticks to the same thing over and over. I mean, even if it's good, it's still kind of like, it's kind of meh. It's not one of those games where I watch a trailer and I'm like, okay, I gotta get it. No, it's not like that. It's like, I'll rent it or something, I mean, don't get me wrong. I have liked Sonic games. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was my favorite Sonic ever, and I think Sonic the Hedgehog 4 was probably number 2, the downloadable one. But it hasn't really reached that bar, It's not like the other video games where they just release a trailer and you're like, oh man, I gotta get that. It looks so cool. But no, Sonic's not like that. And it kind of makes me wonder why. After all the years and all the things they've recycled, they just really haven't come up with anything innovative. I mean, ever since Sonic Unleashed, they had, the quick time, press the joystick or press buttons where he does flips. He had the boost. He had, he had all that stuff, but he hasn't had anything new. Okay? I think that they just need to change up Sonic. That's what I'm saying. And that's really where I think the direction needs to go. I'm not really sure how they would change it up because I'm not like a game expert or something. It's not like normal games where you can just say, oh, well, the fighting needs to improve or the RPG no. Sonic's a little bit different than most video games. But he definitely needs some change fast because it's getting stale. And especially, I think the biggest change that Sonic needs is the story. Like, I don't know what happened, but after Sonic, I believe Sonic Heroes, the storytelling also went like this, okay? It's like, at least Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and Sonic Heroes took itself seriously, at least to a degree. But, these newer ones are just horrible with story. Like, Generations, that was the biggest downfall of the story. I mean, all it was Sonic's party, and then boom, everyone's gone. And then when you save the people, they start talking to you. They're like, "Oh, thanks, Sonic," and they say something really corny, and Sonic's just like, "Yep," and then he moves on. He doesn't even talk. I mean, the story really just didn't make any sense in Generations. I'm sorry, it didn't. It was just kind of stupid. You know, I mean, it honestly actually probably would have been better if they didn't have one. And the food, another thing that's kind of weird, the food just looks plastic. I don't know if that's just me, the food looks plastic. But anyway, I think it needs to take itself a little more seriously. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was probably the most serious storytelling of all the Sonics. Sonic Adventures in general just had good storytelling, I thought. And Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was just like really serious, like the world's going to end and all this stuff. But then after Heroes and, well, Shadow the Hedgehog also was kind of serious, but, you know. But after that, it was just like, where'd the story go? You know, what's going on? None of them really tied in or anything. It was just kind of, eh. So, yeah, that was pretty much my thoughts on Sonic. Tell me your thoughts. I know there's a lot of Sonic fans. I'm not trying to hate on Sonic. Don't get me wrong. It's just that he really, really just needs to be, I don't know, revamped or something. Because, you know, the last game that I played of Sonic's that I really, really enjoyed was probably Sonic Rush. And after that, So tell me your thoughts. Comment below. Subscribe if you like. Thumbs up if you liked. And haters, at least please try to be sensible in the comment section below. Please. Just, ugh, haters just get on my nerves. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Oh, and guys, I did forget something. I had to switch positions because it's getting dark. Sun's going down, you know. Just stating the obvious, you know. So, I did forget one thing. I'm going to read it right off this. SD Genesis, sorry, I butchered your name. He is starting YouTube soon. He's actually already recorded his first video, and he's uploading it soon. It might actually be today, and by the time I get this up, I don't know what time it'll be. But, I'm going to inform you guys of him, and I want you to check him out because it sounds like, actually, I'm fairly interested in this guy. He says he's going to do vlogging, anime pickups, reviews, and anything really good to talk about. That is what he said to me, and that is what I was reading off of. So, I want you guys to check him out. He sounds interesting, and I already said that, didn't I? But yeah, anyway, sounds like a cool guy, and you have my support. And I also wanted to say thanks for the 300 subscribers. Had a little bit hard time getting that out. I don't know why. But yeah, 300 subscribers, awesome. You guys are incredible for those of you who do back me up. And now that's all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you enjoy the comic book shirt. It's kind of nerdy, but actually a lot of people did like it. Kind of weird, huh? So anyway, yep, see you guys.